Recently, the team at Anthropic announced a couple of really exciting updates. Claude now has the ability to understand images inside PDFs, and the Anthropic API now supports PDFs as an input alongside your prompt. Now, this opens up a ton of use cases. We can have AI automatically process invoices and extract data. If you're in marketing, you could have AI read through industry reports and find content ideas. If you're an investor, you could have AI summarize all those hundreds of pitch decks that you receive each and every week. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can use the Anthropic API in Zapier to set up this type of automated PDF analysis. So if that's interesting, stick around. Now, before we get started with the demo, I just want to introduce myself quickly. My name is Jan. I'm one of the co-founders of 9X. And at 9X, we train business professionals in AI and automation and show them how they can use tools like Zapier to automate their processes and build digital solutions. So for this demo, we're actually going to be using an invoice as the PDF that we want Claude to analyze. And we want to see if we can get Claude to extract some key pieces of information out of this invoice. But before we jump straight in and start building this in Zapier, it's important to first test in Claude whether we have a prompt that works and does what we want it to do. So I've got my prompt here ready to go to analyze this invoice. And it's just basically giving the specific instructions in terms of what data we want to capture. So you can see here, I'm telling Claude to identify the invoice sender, the sender's address, the due date of the invoice number, the total amount due, and the invoice currency. And then I'm just giving some very specific instructions in terms of how Claude should go about doing this, and also how we want the data returned. Don't worry, I'm going to leave a full copy of this prompt in the description, so you can take it, update it to your use case and get started. So let's test this out. I'm going to attach my invoice here. So here we go. I'm just attaching that invoice from Anthropic that I showed before. And let's see how Claude does at finding that information. So you can see it correctly identified the sender as Anthropic. We have the due date, the invoice number, the total amount, and the currency. And this all lines up to that invoice that I showed before. So now that we've seen that Claude is doing a great job at extracting all those data points from our invoice PDF, we're now ready to automate the whole process using Zapier. So to do this in an automated way, what we're going to do is use Google Drive as the place where we store our invoices. And so I've got a folder in my Google Drive called invoices, and every time an invoice comes in, I want to basically have Anthropic process this invoice and then save the results into a Google Sheet that I've set up called my invoice tracker, where we're pasting that information. So let's build this out in Zapier. So I've got a brand new Zap ready to go. I've named it Anthropic Invoice PDF Analyzer. And for the trigger, we're just going to simply use Google Drive. And the trigger event is going to be whenever there is a new file in a folder. So I've connected my account and I can move ahead with configuring this trigger. So the drive I'm going to be using is my Google Drive. And I now need to find that invoice folder. And see, we can see at the top, so this is invoices. And I can choose whether to include deleted files. I don't want to do that. And now I can basically test out this trigger, and we can see that one file returned, which is currently in the invoice folder. And we can use this data now to test the rest of the steps. Now, currently this PDF functionality from Anthropic is currently in beta. So if we just take the Anthropic action available to us in Zapier, we see we have the one option, which is to send a message. When we check out the configurations of this action, we see in the advanced options, currently it's possible to add images to our prompts, but it's not yet possible to add the PDFs. And so for that, we need to make a custom request and make use of Zapier webhooks. To understand how we can go about setting up our custom request, I'm going to be walking you through the documentation here provided by Anthropic. So you can see the PDF support currently in beta. And in this documentation, we can click down here on how to use PDFs in the Messages API. And here we have an example. Now, if you're new to the world of APIs, this may seem a little bit daunting and a bit technical, but don't worry, I'm going to walk you through step by step how we can set this up in Zapier. And the first thing that we need to notice is that the PDF data that we need to provide it needs to be encoded in what we know as base 64. And this we can also do in Zapier using a code step. And of course, I have that code ready for you. So let's go and do this now. Back in Zapier, I'm gonna remove this Anthropic action and first replace this with a code by Zapier step. And the action that I wanna run is a bit of JavaScript. And what this JavaScript is going to do is basically going to take that file from our Google Drive and encode it into this format known as base64 that will allow us to then share that PDF to Anthropic in our API request. So when we set up a code step, we're going to be presented with this default code here that will just return hello world. I have a code prepared, so let me just go and grab that one. So this is the code that we're going to be using, and of course, I used Claude to actually help me write this code out. So all that it's doing is it's going to take a file URL that we give it. It's going to download that file and then convert it into this base64 format. I'm going to copy this one. And in my code step in Zapier, I'm just going to paste that code in there. And what we need to do at the top is put in some input data. And if we scroll down, let me make this one a little bit bigger so you can see it. We see we have this input data.file URL. And this basically means that we need to have the same naming here as the key in our input data. And here I can just map it to where the URL is, where this file is hosted from our Google Drive. And for that, what we need to grab, where there's a lot of options here on the Google Drive file, you don't want to use the download URL. You actually want to use the web content link. So this is going to be the way that it's going to work. And one important factor to mention is if you are using Google Drive in your setup, you actually need to go into Google Drive and make sure that the folder you are using is shared and can be visible by anyone, because otherwise basically Zapier is not going to be able to download that file and process it. So that now that we've made sure our file is shareable, we can test this one out and see if we can return the file here in base64. So let me test this step. And base64, what it is, it's just going to return a very long string of loads of different characters. And basically the Anthropic API is going to be able to read this and understand what is in the PDF. So here we see we have a very long base64 string, incredibly long. This has all the data from our PDF. And now we can go ahead and set up the custom request. And that's going to be our API call to Anthropic. Let's add a new step to our Zap, and this is going to be webhooks, another tool from Zapier, and we need to be using a custom request because this will allow us to configure all those actions all those settings in our API call that Anthropic need us to set up. So if I continue here, and here we can now basically go and create this API call. So I'm going to go back to my Anthropic documentation. And we can see here at the bottom, this is where we're going to have the details of the API call. So the first thing I'm going to grab is the URL, and this is where we need to send our request to. So in Zapier, I can just bring this one into the URL field. Now for the method, we're going to select post because we're basically posting a prompt to this endpoint. Data pass-through we want to mark as false. Before I get into the data, what we need to do is set up our headers. And with all of those we can see here. So first of all, the content type, I can grab this one across, and that's going to be application/JSON. Now the next header that you'll see where we need to add to our custom request is an API key. And so what we need is an Anthropic API key that will be giving us permissions to actually go ahead and programmatically chat with Claude. Now, one important thing to point out, as we'll see here on the Anthropic homepage, there's actually two different products here that Anthropic have. So you have the Claude.ai. If you visit that website, you can just create your account and chat with Claude using the chat interface, or you can interact via API. And these are two separate accounts. So for the API, what we need to go to is console.anthropic.com, and you will need to create an account here, and this will be separate to the account that you have at Claude.ai. Once you have your account set up and set up your billing, you'll be able to get API keys. And let me just go and create a new key for this demo. So I'll just put this in the default workspace and give my key a name. So this will be Zapier Anthropic demo. Add this, and then I need to copy this key, and this is what I'm going to be using in the API call header. So if we check back into the documentation, I'll need to provide the header x-API-key and then paste that key in there. So in Zapier, I'll just go and add a new value set, and this will be X minus API minus key, and there I'll paste in that API key. I'll now go ahead and quickly add these two other headers. So now with my headers all set up, we can now focus on providing the data. And the data that we need to send it is in what is known as a JSON format. So from this example that Anthropic are giving us, I'm gonna grab everything between these curly brackets, copy this one over, and then back in Zapier, paste this in here. And basically right now, this is the default settings. We need to dynamically put that PDF data here. And the way we do that is we're going to drop in some double quotes, and then I'm gonna map the output of our JavaScript. And here we see that base 64 file. So I can just drop this between the quotes. And the way that these prompts work when you're using the PDFs via the API, you first need to give it, so we're basically giving Claude some content. The first content we're giving it is the document. So this is the PDF. And then the next content is text. And this is going to be our prompt. So if I head back and grab that original prompt that I tested on Claude.ai earlier, I can go back into here and basically replace their default text prompt with my longer prompt. Now, one issue that we have whenever you're working with JSON, or if this is your first time working with JSON, when you have what's known as a multi-line text string, so this is a long text across multiple lines, these line breaks will actually break the JSON and this API request won't work. So what we actually need to do is what's known as stringify this text. And the good news is there's some very useful tools that will help us do this. And one of them is on online tools. We have this JSON stringifier tool where I can just go and paste in that long text. And what you'll notice it's doing, wherever we previously had a new line, it's replacing it with this \n character. And whenever we had, I'll see if I can find it, some quotes. So at the bottom here, you see that there's some quotes in here, and typically quotes are also the thing that end a text string in a JSON. We see that these quotes are also escaped with this \. So this will be the text that we need to use. I'm just going to go and copy all of this. And back in Zapier, I can now replace this text with the line breaks. And so this is my prompt and paste it in. And now we see we've got a much clearer structured prompt. So that is it. That is everything set up. Let's go ahead and test out if this is working. So I'm going to hit continue. And now I need to test the step. So there we have it. The request was successful. We can see here we're getting the output of our prompt. We're getting all the extraction process explained to us. And then we have our invoice analysis where all of those data points that we wanted, the sender, the address, the due date, the number, the amount, and currency, which all are matching 100% to what we tested on Claude.ai, all now programmatically via Zapier. So now all we need to do is extract this data in a way that we can get this and put it into our Google Sheets. As I mentioned before, this XML format is great when you're using AI in automated workflows because it makes it very easy to extract the exact pieces of information that we want. How this works in Zapier, we're going to add a new step, and it's going to be using the Zapier formatter tool. And the action that I want to choose, I'm going to be working with text. And how do we want to transform this text? The one that we want to search for here is for pattern and extract pattern. And how the extract pattern works is it's basically you can give it what's known as a regular expression. And a regular expression is a very cool technique that allows you to look at a very long piece of text and find a certain part of that text based on a pattern. So the pattern we have ready, and again, I will share this in the description, is the way that we can determine which of those XML tags we want to extract the pattern from. So as we see, if we go back to our output of our prompt, we have all the different information wrapped in those XML tags. So we have sender, sender address, invoice due date. And to start with, I'm just going to grab the data here from the sender tag. So back in my formatted by Zapier step, I've determine the pattern. And so each time when we want to extract something different, we'll just need to change the tag name here. And I need to say which text do I actually want to search for this pattern again. So we're going to do the output of our API call. And so that is this one down here, the content text. This is the content that Anthropic is returning. And let me just hit continue and test this step. And we can see here in the output 0, it successfully found Anthropic as the sender. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to quickly zoom ahead and basically set up these formatter by Zapier steps for all of my other tags. So now I've gone and set up all of those other data points that I want to extract from the AI prompt. And just important to note, don't worry if you're seeing this and you're like, come on, Jan, that's a lot of tasks that you're adding to my Zapier step, one for each point that we want to extract. The great news is that these formatter by Zapier tasks are completely free. They don't count towards your task limit. So Zapier is really allowing us to build in a clean way that I can have just one step extracting each piece of information. So we have the sender, the address, the invoice number, due date, total amount, and currency. And the last thing I need to do now is make sure that this is being saved to that invoice tracking Google Sheet. So I'm just going to drop in the Google Sheet app. And the action that I want to use is adding a spreadsheet row. So I want to create a spreadsheet row, connect my account, and then hit continue. And now I just need to find that invoice tracking spreadsheet. And we can see here, it's actually one of the top choices. So I can grab that invoice tracker. And which sheet do I want to work with? That's going to be sheet 1. It only has one tab in that Google Sheet. And you can see now really cool, Zapier is basically picking up all of those column headers from my Google Sheet. And I can just go ahead and fill these out. So I've gone ahead and mapped all of these extraction pattern matches that we found. And the last thing I'm also going to do is basically return a link where this invoice can be viewed. And so I'm just going to map, and this is going to be from that Google Drive step. And the one we actually want to use here is the alternate link. So I've tested a few of this, and this one seems to be the best. Let me hit continue, and let's test this step. And before we do that, I'm just going to go back to my Google Sheet. We can see here, no data in here whatsoever. We can now test this out. And it looks like we got a successful message. Let's head back to the Google Sheet. And now here we see all that data perfectly separated into each column, the sender, the address, the invoice number, due date, the amount, and the currency. And amazingly, very quickly, we can just go back and see this invoice. So imagine you set this up now, every time a new invoice gets added to that Google Drive, Claude's basically going to process it, extract all the key data you need here, and give you a link where you can just go back and access the file directly. I really hope you found this tutorial useful and are excited about building this AI-powered PDF analysis automation. One small favor to ask, if you found this tutorial useful, please like the video and subscribe to the Zapier channel. They're going to be releasing plenty more videos on AI and automation to help you on your journey. And until next time, happy zapping.